Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So yesterday we had an amazing conversation. Not that I'm amazing, the lead team and your questions that you asked about birth charts was the amazing conversation. Okay. So you asked the questions, the lead team answered them. It was so helpful for me, and I hope it was helpful for a lot of you. I will post that video at the end of this one right here if you missed it. So we talked about birth charts. We looked at the sky at the exact time and place we were born. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean anything? We talked about the sun, moon, and planets and how that chart can reflect personality and life themes. Okay, so that's the birth chart. So today we're going to go a little further and talk about astrology, like how astrology is actually used. And we're going to ask the lead team about it. Okay. And again, it's based on your questions. I posted, you guys are amazing. I always post like, hey, you guys have questions about astrology and give me your questions. And then I form them into Marsha forms them into this talking point thing for me. And we can ask the lead team then your questions. All right. So, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? All right. So I want to look at, so basically so Mabel AI will also pull your questions and then put them in categories for us. Okay. So we're going to look at systems that people follow because did you guys know there's multiple versions of astrology and some of them get at different things. Okay. We're going to ask the lead team about that. Like, are they accurate? Are they all accurate? Is there one we should follow more than another? Which will be interesting. Okay. I also want to add, we're also going to ask bigger questions about fate, time, the soul, and spiritual purpose. So this is less about memorizing signs when we talk about astrology right now. It's more about understanding what astrology is really measuring, okay, and what it may or may not be in terms of like how we could help it, how we could use it in our lives, basically, okay? All right, so the main astrology systems. So before we ask bigger spiritual questions, let's just get down to a little bit of the nuts and bolts. I want to make sure we understand the basic systems people are talking about. Astrology is not just one thing. There are different traditions, different methods, and different ways people explain what the sky means. So I want to start by checking whether these are the main systems and whether the way we describe them is even accurate. Okay, so let's do a check-in. Okay, so first I'm going to say my prayer. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. And ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. Thank you so much, as always, for being here and for your guidance and support. Everybody if you're in the chat, send out little hearts right now. I just think it's a good idea to show appreciation. Why not, right? Okay, so lead team, we have questions about astrology. Are you open to answering those for us? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to go through, there's a handful. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am not going to be able to pronounce them all. I can see that right now, but that's okay. They'll know what I'm talking about. I'll do my best. Okay, so there are 6 different versions of astrology. Okay. So lead team, will you tell me when I go through each one? I'm going to give a little description so that we can learn about them at the same time. The birds are just really enjoying themselves today, just flying all over. I don't usually have, I think they're looking to see where they can put their nests. Little stinkers. I've had nests on our balcony before. It's actually kind of fun when I have plants out there. It's kind of fun because, well, one, it's not fun because you can't really use the balcony. But once we kind of slowly let them get used to us on the balcony, like once the nest is in there, and then we'll start using it just so they get used to us. But then we get to watch the babies. Oh my God. I have pictures. Sorry, I digress. I have pictures. Maybe I should share them if you're interested sometime, but I just have pictures of like the eggs in the nest, and then like the cracks, like, and then one hatching and then one being born. I literally have pictures of like robins. We had robins once, and we had doves once. And actually one time, one of the babies fell out of the nest, and my husband went down, scooped him up in a bucket and brought him back up. He was trying to fly, and he didn't, it didn't work well, and he did pretty good. So he was like stuck in, he just couldn't fly. So anyways, it was amazing. So that makes me think I should get some plants this year. I haven't done plants for a couple of years, just because I have other things I can look at out the window, but okay, sorry, I digress. Okay, so lead team, Western. These terms are human terms. So, well, first of all, lead team, are all 6 of these accurate? No. Oh. Okay, so not all 6 of them are accurate. Is there only one that's accurate, like truly accurate? Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, well, let's just figure out which one's accurate then. And then that's the one we'll use. Okay, well, I don't know. You astrologers, you guys can argue amongst yourselves. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so which one is let me see. So do all of them have some accuracy? Yes. Okay. So is there only one that you would recommend that we follow? Yes. And is that because that was the one that was truly created by Source with the energy of Source? Yes. Okay. And the rest of them are kind of like a branch? A branch out? Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Well, I highly doubt Western is one of them. Is Western the one you want us to follow? No? Okay. Because that wouldn't make sense to me. Okay, so Western is based on the Earth's relationship to the sun and the changing seasons. Okay. Is there value, though, in each of the different ones? Yes. Okay, so there's value in each. But if we were only going to follow one, you would want it to be one specific one. Yes, or suggested. Yeah. Okay. So Vedic is an ancient Indian system that aligns with the actual astronomical positions of the constellations and focuses on karma. Is that the one you would want us to follow? Yes. What? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Okay, there's also one called Chinese. It's based on the 12-year lunar cycle represented by animals in the 5 elements. Yes. Is that one that if we were only going to follow one, would you want us to follow that one? No, but is there value in what that has to share? Yes, and I just learned, because I knew nothing about this, I did put it in. I'm going to do a separate video on the year of the horse, because I think that would be interesting. Actually, I need to do a call out for questions on it. And I just realized I'm a rooster. Like, I was born the year of the rooster. See, I knew nothing about this. I just don't know anything about this. So now the year of the horse, if you put into AI, this is when I was born, help me understand how the year of the horse will affect my energy or whatever, affect the opportunities that come across my path. I don't know, however you want to ask. Okay. So, and how it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. But I didn't even know I was a year of the rooster. So there you have it. And that when you were born makes a difference. Like, rooster interacts energy. I'm going to say this completely wrong, but the year of the rooster interacts with the year of the horse differently than it would the year of the snake, which was last year. So there's some value, I think, for sure. Okay, the next one is the root of Western astrology, emphasizing techniques for predicting life events. Yes, they're saying yes. It's called Hellenistic. Is that rooted in truth? Yes. Okay. But not if we were only going to use one, you would recommend, I'm not pronouncing it right, Vedic or Vedic. Yes. Okay. But there is value in bringing all of these in for guidance. Okay. Yes. There's Mayan, which is based on sacred calendar to define a person's energetic purpose. Oh my gosh. Hi, Luz. Come here. I'm going to work with AI with my birth chart and all of these and see. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Oh, you guys, I got to remember this. So yesterday, you gave me input on whether or not you would be willing to upload your birth chart information onto a spreadsheet without your name so we could do a soul family birth chart to see what does it tell us about all of our birth charts, like, and why are we all together right now? Okay. I don't know the results of that because I'm actually filming this right after, but I have a feeling I'm still going to do it, even like if 5 people wanted to do it. So look for the link. Look for the link in the description. I'll put it right at the top, or it might be right under the description of the description of the video, and in the pinned area. Okay, please, if you want to do it, if you want to be a part of and see how this, I want to see the birth, how our birth charts all relate together. Like, why are we all together talking about the stuff that's going on in the world from this kind of perspective right now? Okay, so look for it because I'm going to do it regardless of it. I was hoping a lot of people would want to. And again, you don't need your name. I'm not trying to collect information on you or anything like that. And then I will do a video on this because that will be fascinating. Okay, and we could even go as far as plug in the astrology with that information as well. So I'm excited. All right, there's also the last one is esoteric, a focus. I might have to deal with her in a second. Address her concerns. She just wants water, probably. Esoteric, a focus on the evolution of the soul rather than the personality. Yes. Okay, so there's value in that one as well. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, the lead team has spoken about that, I guess. All right, hang on one sec. I lured her over. She was playing with one of my snot rags. I threw a Kleenex up in the air like it was a ball. And then she's like, what? Oh, what? She's not upset. That's just her voice. What? Luce, you're the star of the show. Okay. She just wanted a little attention. I'm going to have fur all over. All right. Accuracy, truth, and spiritual use with regards to astrology. Oh my. Sorry. Oh my gosh. What a show we've got going on. Okay, a lot of people want to know whether one astrology system is more right than others or whether all of them are simply different ways of looking at the same thing. So these come based on your questions now, okay? That is where I want to go next. I want to understand whether astrology is one clear truth, many valid lenses, or just one spiritual tool among others. So we've kind of already answered this, but I want to make sure we answer your questions specifically. So let's do that. So lead team, even though this might be a repeat, is there one specific astrology system that is more correct than the others? Yes. Okay. And can you verify that it is the one that's spelled with a V? Yeah, she's playing with my Kleenex. Yes. Okay. Are all astrology systems equally valid ways to see the soul? Yes. Yes. I'm not sure about the soul part, but is astrology more reliable than other forms of spiritual communication? What? Yes. Again, it's so complex, but yet so mapped. I mean, It's so specific. It's so exact, so that kind of makes sense because, even when we develop the clairs, the timelines shift and there's hard to do predictions and all this kind of stuff. That's not very as reliable. So that's interesting. Once we start talking about astrology and the soul, people naturally start asking where the soul comes from and what it may be connected to. Some people believe souls have ties to star systems, star seeds, right, is one example. Lemurians, is that a star? Or was Lemurian a place on Earth at one point, like Atlantis? I bet a lot of us were on Atlantis together. I'm going to guess. Ancestry or even specific planets. So you guys have questions about that. Are some human souls originally from other star systems? Yes, like the Pleiadians. Yes, and I bet you guys, some of you already know. Some of you know specifically your star seed, your Pleiadian. I literally have no idea. I mean, I could ask, but I don't know all the options. So I'd rather know all the options before. So list, if you guys know, if you are one or, that you came from someone, list them in the comments. That'd be amazing to see how many people are aware. So are all human, if yes, are all human souls? Okay. Are all human souls originally from other star systems? Yeah. See, I never think when we think about going to heaven or something. So when we transition from Earth, do we go back to our star system that we came from? Oh my gosh, yes. So is that what we call heaven? Yes. So we're really just going back to our star system. That's crazy. I never really thought of that. Is there ever going to be a day where we just don't discover things? No. Every day I'm just like, what? Is a person's soul tied to their human ancestry? No. Maybe the way I'm asking it. Is a person's soul tied to a specific planet? Yes. Yes. Huh. Is our soul tied more to one over the other, soul or ancestry? Yes. Can we have a soul that's tied to more than one planet? No. Wow. It's going to be amazing in like the golden future. I have a feeling. I'll ask. So in the golden future, if there will be a golden future, there will, cut, clear, cancel. Of course there will be. On Earth, will we all know which planet we came from? Yeah. I wouldn't say it's a planet. It's like more, yeah, like, see, I don't think of these, and maybe I'm wrong, but okay, let me ask. You're like, just keep the sticks in front of you. So when we say we come from star systems, are those star systems something that like an astronomer could actually see on from Earth, basically? No. Are these star systems in another plane? Yes. Okay. That makes sense to me because I was like, wait a minute. Like, why would, yeah, okay. So we will eventually, sorry, I'm crunching on my, you guys want to know what I'm having? I like these. Dental mints. It's really just to keep my throat. Dental mints. They don't have any crap in them. Except for the fact that it says natural spearmint flavor. That's never good. You never want anything that says natural flavor because that's artificial. I mean, it's basically a kind way of saying, or a scammy way of saying it's artificial. So yeah, there is, I guess. It's just not made with aspartame or sugar. Okay. That's fascinating. Well, I'll be. So in the golden future, the 2050, 2030, 2050 future around-ish, we will know, all humans will know what star system they came from. Wow. Is there a chance that, well, do soul families tend to come from same star systems? Yes. So is there a chance that people in this community are all from the same star system? No. Okay. Are are there groups of us though within this community from like one star system and then another star system? Yes. Okay. I have no idea how many there are. How many star systems are there, you guys? Wow. Okay, the minute we start talking about astrology, we also run into the question of time. Is time fixed, real, and outside of us? Or is it partly a human tool for organizing experiences? And if the soul experiences time differently than we do, can astrology show us anything about timelines, movement, or the soul's path through reality? Wow. Again, questions from the community. Absolutely amazing. Is time an objective reality that exists regardless of our perception? No. No. Is time a mental tool created by our memories to organize experiences? Yes. Is time strictly a human construct? Yes. Does our soul perceive all points of our astrological timeline simultaneously? Yes. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This is why we have to be kind to ourselves, you guys. Just be kind. Can we track the movement of our souls across different timelines using astrology? What? All right, they're saying yes, so get on it. What they did say, I think we had this conversation yesterday. I don't think it was earlier in this video, but the birth chart one, that you can't use birth chart. It was the birth charts. You're not using birth charts for past lives. Yes, okay. Can we track the movement of our souls across different star systems using astrology? Yes. Okay, well, does astrology cross over? Are we using astrology on those star systems? Oh, wow, yes. Oh, so astrology is not just a human construct. No, and it was in fact downloaded to those who understand it on Earth. Yes. Wow. Okay. All right. The rising sun is one of the most talked about parts of astrology because it is often tied to how we enter the world and how the world first reads us. I think mine is Cancer. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is my rising sun. But I want to go, we're going to go a little deeper than the usual explanation because of your questions, of course. It is really the most dominant. Oh, is it really the most dominant sign? And is it just an outer, and is it just an outer layer, or does it serve a deeper purpose? Okay, let me ask real quick, because I read you guys my part of my birth chart yesterday. So what is it called? The zodiac sign. It's really the most dominant. What is it? Oh, rising sun. What is my rising sun? I know you're on pins and needles waiting. I know you are. Your rising sun is Cancer. Okay, I was correct about that. The rising sun represents how you approach life, how others experience your presence, your instinctive way of interacting with the world. Cancer rising often shows people who you are intuitive. Often shows people who are intuitive, protective of others, emotionally perceptive, and natural facilitators of community. She's just saying that because she knows I facilitate this community. I don't believe her. Because AI, you gotta use this, it's like, are you just They like to stoke your, I don't know. It could be true. Like she's pulling, like that makes sense why I'm doing this. But my sun sign is Aries, which, because my birthday's on March 30th, the sun represents your core identity, leadership style, and personal drive. Aries energy tends to be direct, courageous, willing to speak up, initiating new ideas. Oh yeah, never do that. Way too many ideas, actually. Marcia, did you hear that? It's my Aries sign. Because I'm always like, even the whole link thing today, like I'm going to run this report for us now on our birth charts. Oh my gosh, it's never ending. It's never ending. So I can get overwhelmed pretty easily. So, okay, so lead team. The zodiac sign that was appearing on the east, this is a question. The zodiac sign that was appearing on the eastern horizon at the exact moment of our birth is referred to as the rising sun. Yes. Influencing our physical appearance. Does that influence our physical appearance? Yes. Does it the initial perspective on our initial perspective on the world? Yes. And the first impression we make on others? Yes. Wow. Is a person's rising sun the most dominant sign for most humans? Yes. So I need to learn a little bit more about the Cancer. Is the rising sun's primary purpose to act as a mask for our internal self? What? I don't even know what that means, but the answer is yes. Oh, you guys are so smart. Yes. The rising sun's primary purpose is to act as a mask for our internal selves. I have no idea what that means. If you want to know what that means, just AI it. I can't quite think of what that totally, I mean, I kind of get the sense, but okay, fate, what is written in spiritual design. This is where astrology starts to overlap with fate. Now, fate was Vedic, right? Yeah, so Vedic, okay, we'll just say V, an ancient Indian system that aligns with the actual astronomical positions of the constellations and focuses on karma. So especially on Earth, that's why they want us to focus on the karma aspect, which my understanding is that's no longer going to be the case come the golden future. So we're closing karmic loops right now, which is another part of the chaos, closing karmic loops. So this is where astrology starts to overlap with faith. People often say things are written in the stars, but what does that actually mean? Is fate real? Is it measurable? And are there life events already woven into the soul's path before we get here? We've talked about life plans and soul contracts, but not necessarily like actual events that are going to happen. I want to let's look at astrology points to timing, destiny, and something in between. So there's 4 questions. In a spiritual context, can fate be understood as life events, relationships, paths that are predetermined and woven into the soul's tapestry before birth? There was a lot in that question, and they kept saying yes the entire time. So there we go. Is fate an actual measurable phenomenon in the spiritual realm? Yes. What? Here she comes again. She just likes to acknowledge. She likes to have her presence known. Sissy, come on. When we say something is written in the stars, are we literally referring to fate? Yes. She's playing with my clip. Here, I'll put this. So the answer is yes to that. Come here. Lucy. There. Oh, no, she's way behind me. See if she starts bouncing around. Can a soul opt out of major astrological transit if they have already learned the lesson? Yes. There you go. Oh, well, that's cool. Okay, so we shouldn't really like look at a major transit and say, oh, shit. I understand Saturn is one that can make people feel that way. I've just been learning about that recently. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Saturn. Okay, family, reincarnation, and soul planning. Family astrology opens up a whole new set of questions. Are families just random groups of people, which we've kind of talked about here and asked the lead team? I don't think that's the case. Or do souls come back together with purpose? And if they do, can they intentionally set up easy or difficult chart patterns to help each other grow? So, do family members often reincarnate together specifically to align their astrological charts? What? Oh my gosh, this thing just keeps getting, there's layers and layers to this. Yes, really wide swing on that. Can family members plan conflicting planetary placements as pre-planned challenges for soul growth? Yes. Okay, now that makes, so some of you know I got my dad, I have my dad on, we're on a break. We were on a break. Where's that from? Where's that from? We were on a break. So aggravating. Anyway, so yeah, so my dad and I are on a break. But I really should, my biological dad, not my other dad. I've got two dads. But I really wonder if I should do his. Marcia, we should get his birth time. Because that would be fascinating. Because that would answer a lot of questions, probably. Anybody in your family, especially the ones that are a little bit the challenging relationships, Okay, outgrowing the stars. One of the biggest spiritual questions is whether astrology always applies in the same way, or what is that the biggest spiritual question you have? Or is AI just telling me that's it? One of the biggest spiritual questions is whether astrology always applies in the same way, or whether people can eventually move beyond it. If someone becomes more conscious or more spiritually developed, do they still live under the same patterns, or do they start relating to them differently? I think I know the answer to that. Plus, we already kind of answered that. Do some of us outgrow the influence of the stars altogether? The altogether is probably the issue of that question. No. Do some of us outgrow the influences of the stars some of the time? Yes, so you can do it. Okay. Can we outgrow the influence of Mercury retrograde by chance? No. Okay. I felt like asking it, but I'm not sure how to, draw a conclusion on that. Okay. Few more questions. Can astrology remind us that we are not just walking on Earth, but dancing with the entire cosmos? Yes. That is why we cannot take things so dang seriously. And all of us are just playing all of us are just doing our thing. And again, you just have to remember when we talk like that, you got to think about the people who are creating the most chaos, right? We're all just doing our thing think of the astrology that's pushing everybody, their birth charts, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So just breathe, right? Enjoy your life. Find some joy every day. Find a little bit more clarity about what's going on in the world every day and a little joy every day. And, take care of yourself, basically, Okay, so underneath all of this, maybe the biggest question of all, Mabel says, if astrology gives us insight into personality, timing, life events, and purpose, then what is it really here for? Is it here to map fate, reveal patterns, suggest spiritual understanding, or simply help us see our lives in a larger way? So, lead team, today we are going to explore the mechanics of how that doesn't make any sense. Astrology understands our personality. Okay. Yeah, that didn't make any sense. She didn't phrase that correctly. She was doing pretty good. Let's see. I think she took the one question Marcia had at the top and put it at the bottom. That happens sometimes. So lead team, I was going to say Mabel, lead team. Does astrology give us insight into our personality? Yes. Does it give insight into timing? Yes. Life events? Yes. And purpose? Yes. Is it just to map fate? No. Is it just to reveal patterns? No. Is it just to support, the word just there is why they're going to say no probably. Is it just to support spiritual understanding? No. Is it just simply to help us see our lives in a larger way? Oh, so yes. Okay. So there's the yes. There's the yes. See our lives in a larger way. Okay. All right, you guys. Okay, make sure you click on the link below. Get your birth certificate first because you got to know the exact time that you were born. So anyone who, I'll remind us for the week. Okay, and I'll put a deadline on it. I'll give us like 5 days or something because I want to do this video next week. Okay, so anyone who enters, you don't have to put your name, so I won't know anything about you. You just put your birthday. You have to have your exact day, place. So like I was born in Arlington Heights, Illinois. I thought it had to be like, I don't think so. I thought it had to be like Northwest. No, just put the location. So Arlington Heights, Illinois, or wherever you were born. Okay. What city? So it's date, exact date, city, and the exact time. Okay. If you don't have all three of those, probably don't put your information in there. It might screw us up. Okay. So I'm going to do a birth chart compilation of everybody's birth charts in this community who want to participate to give us to see if there's any information about all of our birth charts combined to see if there's anything that explains why we're here together. I just thought it'd be fun. Okay. And if you want to listen to that birth chart video, I will pop it right here, right now. You can listen to it. Okay. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.